And in this game, each player is going to be controlling their own platoon of tanks, each with their own stats and defense, and your tanks are going to be represented by stacks of tokens out on the main board. Depending on your tank's defense value, you're going to be adding one more token to that stack, and if players want to defeat that tank, then they need to deplete that tank of all its tokens. But what's nice here is that you're also going to have an ace character that you can add to one of your tanks to roll an additional die when it comes to your dice rolling. And to win the game, you just have to complete one of 3 objectives first. You can either capture an enemy checkpoint, destroy a subset of their tanks, or destroy the tank that has their ace unit on it. And the main play area is going to be set up by placing out 4 different boards, and these boards will have all sorts of different terrain on them, and they'll have different effects on the tanks that are in those spaces. And players are going to be taking turns performing just 2 actions on their turn, and they're going to be spending those actions between movement and attack. And if you're attacking, you're going to have some sort of range, and then you're going to be resolving that attack using dice rolling. And if your tank's able to roll multiple dice, that's always beneficial because you'll always be able to take the value of the highest die, and the dice don't directly correlate to damage. Instead, they all correlate to some sort of action. Most of the actions do deal damage, but some of them might have other effects like pushing your opponent back a space. And anytime you deal damage, you just put a damage token out on that tank, and every time a tank is dealt 3 damage, it's going to be removing 1 token. And players can also gain morale cards by completing different feats or certain dice rolls, and you can also spend those on your turn in order to perform whatever ability it grants. And the first player to complete one of those 3 objectives first wins the game.